Zakrsil, la Shanot Naji, la Salon Conducción Tsëbtyop, la pues la traten chiru punya compartir PDF tan Latin chiru Wendy Shay. She energy salus. Hi there, hi everyone. Here we are. We're gonna be doing lesson 12 today. So today we're gonna be learning some new, as usual, new vocab, verbs, and we're going to be learning about the verb ruin, das, which is used in many, many different ways. So I hope that you guys will have fun. So here we go. So as usual, I'm going to go over the vocabulary we have here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first one, which is from Spanish, actually, letter, cart. Next one is ca. Again, ka. Computador, chic, chiru, Dios, edifício, cachorro, messer, milagre, de, you already saw this one, de, then, nikah, niget, passport, pelot, qua. Okay, this is a verb that has different meanings, so just go over the meanings. You'll see that, it means write, throws, makes, tortilla, which we'll learn a sentence in a bit. And we'll continue. Re, re, ren, ren. And then we have the verb ruin, does, performs, has something built. And be careful because that's an irregular verb. As you guys can see that it changes. So you need to memorize this verb. So as you can see here, reunion, we do, it's reunion. Okay, perfective, bane. And then we did it, bienian. Irrealis, guñ. And then again, we will do is a yenian. Progressive, kayu, kayenian. Okay, and then we have this verb, ruin plus Spanish word here. So as the first one, we're gonna look at it later, but for now I'll just pronounce it. Okay, so ruin lavar, ruin arreglar, ruin bda, ruin ruin bis, ruin cas, ruin castiu, ruin col, ruin company, ruin comprender, ruin contest, ruin dine, ruin defender, ruin fald, ruin gan, ruin gast, ruin gohan, ruin mandat, and keep checking the brackets, okay, for the pronunciation guide if you need to go back there. Ruin nadar, ruin protestar, ruin sospechar, ruin tomar fot, ruin us, ruin schab. There are two ways of saying it, ruin schab or ruin schab. Okay, either one is good. Ruin stern, ruin sein. And then we have ruin stern. Be careful here, there is a space and works as like ruhen and then ruhen which is takes possession, okay? Even though they seem very similar, but we'll go over it in a minute. Just be careful in that. Rumbe, runfal, runton, runzak, runjab, rompecabezas, ido, you. Okay, so for this section, we're going to be looking at the verb stem that ends in a vowel, which they're called vowel final stems. Okay, if you guys remember, and if you go back, for example, if I said rbab, right, that the end of that verb ends with a consonant. So on this one, the ruin, terqua, right, it ends with a vowel, and so that's why it is called vowel final stems, and also the ruh is considered a vowel final stem. So I'm sorry, the rqua, it's the final vowel stems, okay? And we have another one, rumbe. So we have an e and an a. Those are vowels, and at the end of the verbs, and we'll show you how that works in a bit. All right, so we have the verb ruin, das, a vowel initiated verb base. You see that? So this is the base, right? The prefix that we've looked at, the R. So there is a vowel initiated verb, which is the U. So ruin, it means das. It can also express perform or has something built. For example, as in Ruingel de rompecabezas, Miguel does a puzzle, right? So I'm gonna say it one more time, and hopefully you guys could repeat after me. Ruingel de rompecabezas, all right? Or, so this is does something, right? Does a puzzle. Or we can also use it to mean performs in a sentence such as this one, Ruin Dios milagro, God performs a miracle. Okay, so we continue. So we are going to go over the way in which it changes into progressive, perfective. So the progressive stem is kayun, right? Is on this verb that's vowel initiated, the u and y un. And the progressive stem kayun, beginning with cay. Previously, we've mentioned that the progressive we usually change we use the CA as the other non-vowel initial basis. So Kai is a usual progressive prefix for vowel initial basis. So just pay attention to that. Okay, so if I'm gonna say I'm doing, I would say kayunya, kayunyo. And then here it changes again. That's why it's you really need to pay attention. And as I said earlier, maybe you need to memorize that. So we are doing is kayenyan and then kayunyat. So let's look at some of the sentences. So Elena is doing homework. We say kayun lelean tarea. Again, kayun lelean tarea. And why is the man having a house built? Shini kayun buin tebyu. Shini kayun buin tebyu. And we have here the real stem going begins with the G and not the Y. Okay, so again, please read these details. So as usual, I'm gonna be mostly concentrating and helping you guys how to pronounce these sentences, but I hope that you are doing your part in reading the details that it explains a few things that I might not go over because of time. So if I want to say Miguel will do a puzzle, I will say un yelte rompecabezas. Again, un yelte rompecabezas. And you will do the puzzle. Uno rompecabezas. Will you do a puzzle? Uno rompecabezas. So in this case, you just, again, we have the bound pronoun here as usual that you guys know that's the way Zapotec works. You use the bound pronoun after verb. So, and then we have the perfective, which is bane. Okay, so it has a change of its vowel from U to EI, such as in vain. Okay, so if I want to say Elena did homework, I would say bem, Lilian tarea. Okay, bem, Lilian tarea in the perfective. And then it can also be used with focus sentences. And by now, you guys should know that whenever you see an underlined word in English, it means that's a focus word. So therefore, you begin that with at the beginning of a sentence in Zapotec, such as this sentence. So they had the building built, and we begin it with larang. Larang benreng edifice. So again, the bound pronouns. Okay. Please do your homework. It just, so you can practice what we just gone over and what also the details that you've read yourself. So, and then now with 12.2, this is, we're going to see more about this in that pairs, which by now I hope that you guys can distinguish the sounds between this and that. We've done that in past lessons as well. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to go over the sentences, and then please just read the translation and listen the difference between this and that. Okay. Ni inran goin tarea. Ni inran goin tarea. Radifisren venren. Radifisren venren. Re katiessen. Re katiessen. Ren rundren. Ren rundren. Chon japam ni isleverrenna. Chon japam ni isleverrenna. Okay. Nde kadosh. Nde kadosh. Der kazen. Der kazen. Rander kazen. Rander kazen. Okay. Nde gunzein. Nde gunzein. Okay, guys, again, more homework here. Please keep up with your homework. All right. So we're going to do now, jump to this section, 12.3, adding pronouns to verbs, base ending in consonants. So this is basically a review that we've done, where we use the pronouns, especially the bound pronouns to the verb. So I hope you guys remember that. We have now quite a few pronouns, and we're going to look at some of them. For example, on this one, we're going to be doing at the vowel final stem. So Elena is going to write an email. So we said that the qua means, it has several meanings, and one of them is to write. So the way we use it is qua Elena, the email. And then as you guys can see, we use email, it's a borrowed word from English. So whenever you guys see italics, means that we borrowed that word, so you don't have to worry about how to spell it, okay? So the next one is the teacher knows the child, right? That's the rumbe verb here. So rumbe mesni, rumbe mesni. The teacher knows the child. And then throw the ball, that's command, right? So quaplot. So as you can see here, qua is throw, and then the verb equa and the realis, it's the same verb. So this one means to write an email, and this one means to throw. So as we pointed out earlier, it has different meanings there, qua verb. Okay, so let's continue. So we have other sentences here. So in the rumbe no, do you formal know him? Rumbe yulang e. Rumbe yulang e. And the qua verb. Qua yut kart. Qua yut kart. You formal wrote the letter. Kakwa you get a. Kakwa you get a. Another meaning of kwa, which it means making tortillas. Are you formal making tortillas? Kakwa you get a. And then we have the girls have two books. Tsëbtyop liever. Tsëbtyop liever. And this is another vowel final verb, ka, has. Okay, so just be careful here. This is one of the verbs that is the first time you've probably seen this verb now, which we call neutral. So as you can read the details here, this ka, it's unusual because its meaning seems similar to that of a habitual, but it doesn't start with R, right? So that's why we call ka a neutral verb. So as you learn, this is not the only neutral verbs that we have in Zapotec. We have others, but for now, we're going to be looking at ka. Okay, so this is, so here, using bound pronouns ending other than the formal ones on a vowel final stems can be tricky, so we are going to be looking at these pronouns we use. So in vowel ending verb, and it's going to work similar to the others, other vowel ending verbs. So when you have vowel ending verbs, right, like ka, and then you add the bound pronouns for I. That's why we have two vowels here back to back. So I'm going to go over them so you can pronounce them. So please repeat after me, and we're going to go from top down. Ka. One more time. Ka. And it changes here. We'll explain later. Ko. Ko. And then ka'yu. Ka'yu. Ka'ng. Ka'ng. Kai. Kai. Ka'ab. Ka'ab. Ka'm. Ka'm. Ka'an. Ka'an. Ka'at. Ka'at. Ka'ayuath. Ka'ayuath. Ka'arang. Ka'arang. Ka'ari. Ka'ari. Ka'arab. Ka'arab. Ka'aram. Ka'aram. Okay, so if you guys, I think we briefly talked about this the last time. When we have a hyphen in the brackets pronunciation guide, it just means that, you have the verb and you have the vowel pronouns and these two vowels in a verb. So again, you can see that here, 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 where you have two vowels back to back. All right, so we're going to stop here for a minute, and then we'll continue with more and finish up this lesson, and see you in a few minutes.